Hello, Jeremy Chambers, Independence Acres Homestead here. Coming to you on a very cold, wet May morning. Today I want to speak with you a little bit about how to take care of your homestead when you're not home. And some of the mistakes that we personally have made and came home to find out about this particular morning and last night as we surveyed the area of the homestead as we came back from vacation. So, you know, I don't ever like to announce when we go on vacation, but when we come back, I like to kind of take stock, see what it is that was going on here while we were gone, see what worked and what was a little bit of a failure. So first of all, I just want to say that we had a great vacation. We were away for 9 days, went down to Virginia to go visit my family, attended my mother's graduation from university. Also attended this last weekend my younger brother's wedding. Beautiful wedding, by the way. Congratulations, Jordan and Emily. And we also were homeschoolers, so we decided to take the opportunity while we were down in Virginia to visit some historical sites, have a vacation, but also do some educating while we were down there. So we visited some wonderful historic sites, such as the Jamestown Historic Settlement, established 1607, right? Wonderful archaeological digs going on there, so it was great to see some of the sites, just enjoy seeing some of the foundations of our country and some of the struggles that occurred. And as a homesteader, I must say it was a very interesting visit because we were able to see the plants that were grown, the animals that were consumed in the hard times, and also to see what it is they brought with them that they were expecting to need when they arrived in the New World. Next thing we did is we visited Colonial Williamsburg, which is a wonderful, again, another great place to visit as a homesteader because we got to see what it is that they ate, how they lived, the simplicity of life, but also the complexity of life when it came down to, you know, specialized trades. We visited the brickmaker, silversmith, the foundry where they made their pewter wares. And another thing that we really enjoyed, believe it or not, was the wig maker. Just seeing the specialization that's required with each and every activity that goes on within one of those communities. And as a homesteader, it's pretty exciting because, you know, we are trying to become jacks of all trades at sometimes. But seeing how they were able to weave everybody's specializing into the community living, it was just pretty amazing. And that's honestly our end goal as homesteaders. It's not to be independent, you know, even though the name of our homestead is Independence Acres. It's not necessarily that we want to be independent and from the community around us. We're looking to have independence from some of the systems that have been created within our society. Independent of the grocery store chains, independent of you know, energy suppliers, but also we are going to become dependence on those around us. And so, you know, there's so much involved in homesteading. Anyways, back to the main reason why we decided to make this video. This will probably be the first one that I'm going to actually record, edit, and post within 24 hours. But we were gone for 10 days, and like I said, it was a great trip. And my focus was to try to get everything set up before we left so that we wouldn't have to worry while we were gone. So, you know, we had the chicken nipple watering system that we had made a few weeks ago. Really happy with how that worked. We were able to fill it, and the young man who was coming to take care of our animals while we were away, he had to top it off once or twice, but it pretty much did the job. The other thing that we had to deal with was, you know, with the rabbits. Rabbits require a little more care. So once again, the young man who took care of our animals, he did an excellent job. Rabbits are all healthy and happy. our dog healthy and happy, chickens healthy and happy, and then our plants. You know, as we've shown in some previous videos, we had started a large amount of plants, well, a large amount for us anyway. And one of my biggest concerns the whole time was, oh my gosh, all my plants are going to die while we're gone. It's been too cold here in Michigan for us to get too many plants in the ground that have already been started, and I wasn't here to harden them off. While we were gone, there was actually a frost, you know, at 34 degrees overnight here in our town. So I wasn't able to get the plants in the ground. So our biggest concern was, how do we keep these plants alive while we're gone? Well, luckily we have some very dependable friends that we were able to ask them to plant sit for us, and they did a wonderful job. I mean, now honestly, plants are pretty easy. They're not pretty demanding, but they did take up a decent amount of space in their home. So, you know, shout out to the Zioli family. You guys did a great job taking care of the plants for us, and we're just really excited to get those suckers in the ground, hopefully this week, as long as the weather holds off. And we're expecting another 38-degree day tonight, and you know, the forecast for rain just doesn't quit. So we still got some ground preparation to do in the garden. We'll catch that on video while we're doing it. But today and tomorrow, I'm actually taking off work because we're playing catch up here. But the biggest thing I want to talk to you about is one failure, one little chink in our armor that we had on our time away was the baby chicks. We had hatched out a couple. We had purchased some at the local farm store. And we were really excited about these chicks. We even picked up a couple guinea hens because we were hoping to, you know, be able to manage some of the tick and bug population in the area. And also, I just think they'd be a really cool addition to the homestead here. But here's where it all broke down for us. When we left, highs were in the 50s, lows were in the 30s and 40, upper 30s, low 40s overnight, and the chicks were only about a week and a half old. They'd been in the brooder for a week, under a heat lamp, no issues whatsoever. There's one thing I didn't think about though, and this is an encouragement to those of you who might need to be looking at this kind of stuff in the future, is that I had a heat lamp on them while we were gone, which was necessary when we left. Absolutely necessary. However, what I didn't look at was a long-range forecast. And we had a couple days over this last week where while we were gone, the temperature was reaching well over 75 degrees. The chicks had gotten older, had started to feather out, really weren't as dependent upon that heat lamp in those warmer days, and actually could have gone without the heat lamp. However, in my desire to kind of not worry about what was going on here at my homestead, I didn't think to let the young man know that was taking care of our animals to shut it off during the day, that it was going to be over, you know, over 60, 70 degrees during the day. And we actually lost all but one of the chicks because I had a desire to keep things, well, to be stress-free for me while I was gone, and I thought I had everything set up. But just this little bit of oversight on my part caused, unfortunately, some stress for the young man who was taking care of our chicks. But also, we lost all but one of our chicks. So it's sad. It's an unfortunate occurrence here, but it's something that we can learn from. It's something that we can grow from, and I'm hoping that you'll be able to learn from this also. I really hope that this kind of helped you out a little bit with planning for when you go away on vacation, which is really hard as a homesteader. It's hard to go away and to kind of disengage for even a day or two if you're just going away for a short weekend. This is the longest we've ever been gone away from our homestead, and it was stressful the days leading up to. It was a great vacation, but now we've got a lot of catching up to do. We got to get the buddy barn cleaned out. I got to mow the yard, man. I hate mowing as it is. But I've got grass over a foot tall in some places with all the rain that we've had. One benefit about not mowing the yard for a couple days is we did have some beautiful wild violets pop up in the front yard, so got a chance to enjoy those a little bit. We've got to catch up on the garden. Luke's already been out there today and this morning pulling weeds, yanking out some thistles that the pigs missed last year. We got to get the chicken coop straightened out, refill all the waterers and feeders. got to jump start one of our cars because the battery died while we were gone in 10 days. But all in all, there's a lot to think about, a lot to do leading up to, but it's also important to have a recovery plan when you do get home from vacation. Thank you so much for watching our video today. Hopefully it's been helpful for you as you plan a vacation or even plan to go away for a day or two from your homestead. If it was helpful, I ask you to please help us out by subscribing to our channel so you won't miss anything. And we do have that upcoming series on cuniculture coming up. We're going to pepper in some other videos here and there. But if you don't want to miss out on those, make sure you subscribe and click on the little bell so you get a notification each time that we post new videos. Thank you so much, and as always, God bless.